Hello and welcome to this Dittmer Knittery video. Thank you so much for being here today. I know it's been a long time. Here on my channel, I usually talk about yarn and yarn related things. I have a little bit of that today, and I will have more of that in the future. To learn more about me and my channel, please check the description box below. I think I said welcome to Dittmer Knittery, and my name is Bev. Boy, it has been quite a while. I've just been doing life. I've had a really good year and some changes. It's been almost a year since I bought the house, but that was life-changing, a big change. Some changes at work, very positive, and I just kind of lived in that space of change for a while. And like I said, I've just been doing really well. And I hope you are too. I hope you and yours are well. My family, my pets, my friends. I'm surrounded by a good support system and a lot of positivity going on at the moment. I wrote something last night that I shared this morning on Facebook and on my blog, and I thought I would share it with you because it's just a little New Year's, some comments I made about the new year, and I'd like to share that with you. So I'm going to read it. As I said, it's been a remarkably good year. And again, for this year, my primary goal is to try to do what I do better instead of trying to do any more than I already do. I'll say yes, I want to write more. I almost always want that. I've realized that I don't write as much as I would like or as much as I used to, in part because of what I just said, that I feel like I'm living really well. That relieves the anxiety about not writing as much as I would like to, or as much as I should, however much that would be. I do spend time relishing relationships and experiences, instead of filling journal pages with fretting or writing sad short stories. As I have grown, so has what I want to write. More hope, compassion, contemplation, less worry, less judgment, less remorse. New Year's resolutions are almost always based on unreasonable expectations. This is from my point of view. Because if the expectation were reasonable, I would have done it already. So what is reasonable? What is reasonable? To set expectations. Be gentle with myself. Be gentle with yourself. As often as I can, I try to reflect my feelings for my loved ones onto myself. So if I break my favorite dish or eat too many cookies or whatever it might be, if my loved one did that, there wouldn't even be a process of forgiveness. I would just instantly forgive them. And so I try to treat myself with that same gentleness, allow myself that same kind of grace. And resolutions to hold myself to unreasonable expectations just increase the burden I already experience from the unavoidable pressures of life and work. Of course, it's fine, admirable, and desirable even to try to form better habits surrounding health and other matters. However, it's possible to make those changes gently. This is what I try to do, and this is what I've been doing the last couple of weeks as I prepare for the new year. Rather than putting pressure on myself, I try to find ways to appreciate what's happened in this year, look forward to next year, and I try to set achievable goals. And then if I'm going to set a deadline, if I'm going to say, okay, I want to achieve this goal by such and such time, and a lot of my goals are at this point like home maintenance and repair related. Like one of my big goals for this holiday break, I was off work for several days, was to finish organizing the garage. So I did. And I organized a lot over the last 10 days, like almost everything in the house is organized now. Yes, including like my knitting and crocheting supplies, my crafting supplies, all those things, which feels really good to like know where things are and know what I have, and to find things I'd forgotten I had and was looking for, those kind of things. So it's been an enjoyable break, and back to what I was saying about setting goals. So I try to set achievable goals, things I really believe I can do. And if I set a deadline, which I many times do, I allow more than ample time to accomplish the goals. And then I usually like double the time. If I think it's going to take me 2 weeks, I'll give myself a month. And I rarely have that short of timelines. Most things I've set out there for 2 or 3 months at least, because I'm good at planning. I'm good at thinking ahead. If I don't do something when it's time for it to be done, it's time for me to do it, I many times will just advance it along in my list. I won't skip it. I won't forget about it. I'll just move it to a more reasonable time where it becomes more achievable. So set achievable goals. What I usually do is make a list of less than 10 things. Now my list might be 20 things, 100 things, but I take 10 things. 10 things. That's all I'm going to look at. I can make my list as long as I want to, but I'm going to work on only 10 things, maybe 5 things, if they're big things. So like I said, make it reasonable. So make a short list, set some goals, set some deadlines, double the time you've allowed. Start there and then do it again. And never give yourself any grief when you have to extend deadlines for goals or change goals or change plans. I mean, it's just a framework. It's just a place to start. And again, that's what I was thinking too. I spend so much time in planning, partly because I really like it. I like a planner. I like a spreadsheet. I like writing. I like typing. I like being organized. So I do spend a lot of time in planning, and most of the time, only part of those plans come to fruition because it's a flexible plan and it moves as I move through life. So I don't say, okay, by March 1st, I'm going to have this done. This is what I have to have done by March 1st. I set a March 1st deadline for something that I really don't have to have done probably by July. So if I don't get it done by March 1st, it just moves along. And of course, there are things I have to have done by certain times, like when I apply for arts festivals and such like. There are hard deadlines. I have to show up on the day of the festival and do it that day. So, of course, there are things we have to do on time. Show up to work. I've been off work since December 22nd, and I have to go back tomorrow. But I intended to keep this quite short, but I have missed you. I'm really glad to be with you here today. I did make just a couple of notes about what I wanted to make sure that I was going to say. So let me check that. Because this is Dittmer Knittery, I thought I should share at least one knitting object. So I will share a finished object. I've been making something quite different. I did show a couple of them in a few months past, but I now have made a total of 7 dolls. This is one whose name is Crayola. I can't tell very well if you can see her. So if this doesn't get a good view of her, I think she's a girl, I'm not positive. I will take a video and insert it here, and I may do that anyway. So I need to take some pictures. But I had knitted a doll with legs from this yarn. And when I saw that, I thought, I just want to do the whole doll like this. And I have quite a lot of this yarn. And then I found these 2 buttons. I knew I had one of them, but I didn't realize I had 2 of these fabric covered buttons that match this yarn. And I know these buttons are from a blouse I had, I'm going to say over 40 years ago. I'm not kidding. Been in my button box for that long. Anyway, I'm really, really glad to be here with you today. I hope you will like this video, you will subscribe to my channel, and that you will spend time in our Yarny community watching my channel and Katrina at Mindful Crafts and More, Pricilla of Distinctive Crochet, Kim the Crafty Nomad, Marieanne at the Crochety Clogger, Jeanette, DIY. There are so many. Those are a few of my favorites, but please get involved in our Yarny community. And if you watch a few of those and watch those channels, you'll be led to watching other Yarny type and fiber videos for the new year. I wish you joy, peace, health, and prosperity. Be here and now. See things as they are. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Thank you for being here, and I will see you again soon.